Invisible Touch is that album, the one that's considered extremely pop by Genesis fan standards. If you look at it, it has so many interesting proposals, and also there's like a different energy in the songs that they did, you know. Some are very quick and kind of fun, and the sound is probably Genesis never did a sound like this ever again. Well, that's probably the idea, you know. Genesis always tries to change their sound. The album design, the cover, it's kind of ugly, as I said earlier, but it fits with what it said, and at least it's art compared to the previous two albums. It's the same as this one. And the disc here is kind of the most generic disc looking thing, but also it says Gen CD2, so I'm already out of order. What about the songs? We have Invisible Touch. I'm not a really big fan of this song actually, but it's fine. It has an invisible string section and it has a cool solo, but overall it's very simple actually. I don't hate it, but I also don't go crazy to hear it. But then tonight, of course, three of them. It's pretty cool actually. I really like. It's a bit simplistic, but then it goes increasing its tension, and then it goes into a weird solo, and then it increases again. At first, I thought that it was very simple when I first heard it, but now I enjoy it, and the sound that it makes, it's a bit different. It's very dark. I mean, it goes so down with the sound. I think that Genesis never went as down as this song. Land of Confusion, of course, it's probably, I think that is the first track I liked of Genesis. Probably many can say the same thing. It's pretty cool and pretty 80s, but it works, even though it doesn't feature much keyboards as I expect. But I don't know, I really liked it back then and I like it now. Into Deep, it's a pretty keyboard heavy song. Probably that's why it's ordered like this, the track listing. And it's pretty cool actually, I really like it. It sounds very complex for what it is, for a love song. Then we go into Anything She Does, very Tony Banks as well. Well, this is the most Tony Banks it can get because this track, it's probably the one that stands out the most from the entire album. I don't even understand the point of this track, if I'm being honest. The lyrics are obvious. The track, I expect some new magic, you know, in the track. The only moment that's like that is the in the track, but it's not that impressive really. And the next one is, well, the most impressive of them all, and I actually didn't appreciate it very well back then, but I really like the two parts, In the Glow of the Night and the last Domino. The song is pretty mesmerizing and layered, and it's hard to play because you need to have so many different sounds in different keyboards, and you need to concentrate even though the melodies are quite simple. So it's pretty mesmerizing track, honestly. I can totally get why Genesis played it all the time. But Throwing It All Away, it's a beautiful track. This one features a very cool Invisible Strings section as well, and I think it's worth your time. But also this one, of all the tracks they have played the most live, I really don't care much for the song, especially live. But here, if you listen to the album version, I think that it's better actually. And the Brazilian, of course, what do you want me to say about the track? It's excellent, it's cool, it's quirky and it's different. And it has some of that, well, people call it the Genesis magic. I really like this album, as you can hear. Probably some Some people find the sound to be grating, but I think that it's an accomplishment. It's different, it's cheesy, but it's still very Genesis. So that's, I think, it's the point, right? And well, I will leave it at that. Thank you for hearing my TED Talk about Invisible Touch. Oh, oops. The album that everyone knows.